So in this passage, we see that Jesus' brothers are publicly correcting him.
Here comes the context monster. All right, so the argument here is that John 7 clearly proves Mary never had any other children. And the example that he's giving is because what refers to Jesus' brothers here couldn't possibly be his siblings, since he'd be the firstborn child. And as this commenter is explaining, Jesus' brothers, he says, publicly rebuke him. And that's just something that he conceives as unheard of. And I would argue that John 7 presents the entirely opposite scenario. John 7 makes it very clear Jesus actually won't go and do ministry publicly, right? He would not go about in Judea because the Jews were seeking to kill him. And the actual criticism from his brothers is that he's doing ministry in secret. Their complaint in verse 4 is that no one works in secret if he seeks to be known openly. And so what they're doing is they're telling him, Jesus, go out in the open and do all these things you've been doing in private. That is, they're not rebuking him publicly. And even after his brothers go to the feast, the text specifically explains that after his brothers had gone up to the feast, he also went up, not publicly, but in private. This entire scenario takes place in secret. But what's more is that I think the use of brother here is actually a clear indication that these are actually Jesus' biological siblings. One, because that's what the word in the Greek usually means, so that's probably what it means here. But two, if there was ever an occasion where brothers could be extended to fellow countrymen, it'd be in a chapter like John 7, where they're all gathered for the Feast of Booths, for example. The problem here is brother is used to designate this small group of men Jesus is meeting with beforehand. That is, it's distinguishing these men from all the countrymen that Jesus is going to engage with the rest of the chapter. In other words, it's a clear instance where brother is most likely being used to refer to his biological representatives. Biological relatives, not representatives, and thus demonstrating that Mary had other children.